This is the H2O Machine by Air Water Life. It's an atmospheric water generator that creates clean drinking water from the air. I'm going to show you how to install one or hook one up. Here's the key to the tank. Let me show you what's inside here. Inside we see the 3 gallon storage tank. We have a 3-stage filter system. We have a few other filters here. We also have everything we'll need for the install. A 1/4-inch tube, our fittings, connections, and a dispenser that we'll set up on the unit. We want to get this tool out of our bag, and we're going to use it to pull the plugs out of the back of the tank. We simply press against the gray, and that should allow us to pull the plug. There we go. You can hear the air pressure come out right now. I'm going to do the same with this plug. And you simply depress the gray, and it allows the plugs to come out. And you want to keep the plugs. If you're ever going to move the unit or disconnect it for whatever reason, it's very simple to put these plugs back in. And when you pull them out, you press the gray and you pull it out. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to get our tubing here, and we want to connect the water out to the blue here. Blue to blue, water out to blue here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a length of hose that's more than enough. With a pair of shears or wire cutters, you can cut the tube. I'm going to pull this clip out. We're going to press the tube in as far as we can, and then slightly pull out so we can insert the clip again. Very simple. And then water out blue to this blue here, number 1. Again, we simply fit the tube in, pull it out slightly. And we'll put a clip in there. And now we've connected the water from out of the harvester and into the tank. Cut. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to set the dispenser up on the outside of the tank unit. We're going to simply unscrew these 2 screws. There we go. Then we'll take our dispenser out. We have 2 rubber gaskets in here. We're going to put the metal ring, a rubber gasket through here, the metal ring, we're not going to tighten it down yet. We're just going to very loosely snug it so we can adjust the nozzle to the appropriate position. And then we're going to take the same screws that held this bracket on and use it to reattach the bracket the opposite way. this one to bite correctly. I might have it cross-threaded here. That feels better. The angle here. There we go. And whatever way we want this, we can simply cinch that down and we're good to go. We'll now need to run hose from the outlet to the dispenser. So again, we're just going to get a length of hose that's more than adequate. Get a pair of cutters, scissors. And this is simple as plug it in, push it far in as you can, slightly pull it out. Our blue clips. There we go. Oh, I need a fitting. Cut. To connect the hose to the dispenser, we're going to look in our bag of fittings for this fitting here. And we'll simply press that on. We can pull it down, and again we can put a blue clip in. And then we can connect the hose, push it as far as we can. We can slightly pull it out. And there we go. Next, we'll connect the tank and the harvester with the Cat 5 wire. The next thing we want to do is prime the unit. And if we turn the unit on, it will start to make water slowly. But what I want to do is access the storage tank down here. And I'm simply going to pull this tube off. And I'll lift this tank out. And what I want to do is I want to fill this with a ½ gallon of water and run it through the system. One, it's going to bleed the air out of the system, but the other thing it's going to do, it's going to run the first ½ gallon through the charcoal filter. And you tend to see sediment in there for the first ½ gallon or so. There's nothing wrong with the sediment. Charcoal, people take charcoal pills. But it's good to flush it out and get the unit going right away. And so what I'm going to do is going to get a pitcher of water and put a ½ gallon of water into this tank, and I'll do that now. So we're going to put about a ½ gallon of water into this tank here. And what happens when the harvester collects water, when it reaches a ½ gallon, the sensor will tell it to turn the compressor off and turn the pump on and pump it through the filters into the storage tank, into the tank unit. So we're going to prime it right now with a ½ gallon of just regular water. Put this unit back, and there's a sensor. You can see where this thing will fit. It might be difficult to catch on the camera, but it's pretty intuitive. There's a notch that'll fit between some uprights. I'm going to connect this hose back on here, and this door simply shuts like that. Next, we're going to power up the unit, so we'll carefully cut the zip tie off. This is simply a place to park the plug. It doesn't have any other purpose other than that's where you keep it for storage. And we're going to plug this unit into a regular 110 15 amp outlet, which I have right up back here. Okay. And then I'm going to power up the unit.